What do we have here? Greetings, my friends, modern day humans who depend on push buttons and science and the holy business alliance for our needs, some more than others. Let's take a look at this. Where am I at today? I'm a little close because it won't let me use the flash otherwise. We're at the Fort Washington. I want to say some thoughts. Fort Washington, the crucial high ground. What have we learned? Here's an old map. See if it'll let me back it up a bit. Here's an old map. Militia Hill. I'm right near Militia Hill. I'm here now, Fort Hill. You're not here, but you can pretend you are. Camp Hill. Saved by the hills. This elevated stronghold helped determine the fate of Continental Army. The White Marsh encampment, compromising 11,000 officers and soldiers attached from this spot to Militia Hill on your right and to Camp Hill on your left. During these 3 days of skirmishing, the Americans held their position, causing the British to end their assault and return to Philadelphia. Washington's army survived. Their next challenge, winter at Valley Forge. Severe lack of supplies forced soldiers without tents to inhabit brush shelters. Their beds were made of leaves, straw, and mud. How many of you people read? This is a harsh reality. Many of the Continental soldiers were wounded, had only a few clothing items, and walked barefoot or in rags on icy ground. Timeline. All you people talking about your timelines today, this is a real desperate timeline. These guys were not these tidy whiteys that so many people think they were, just walking around in this proper suit. Whitewashed? No. They were covered with mud, stickers. I got burrs all over my pants. You see this? Picked most of them off. These guys, who our country started from, went through hell. But we watch our history lessons and get brainwashed by so many different things. As far as history goes, nobody knows exactly what the people felt emotionally, physically, together in their groups. Anger, hatred, sadness, grief, continuously. No redoubt about it. The mound around you is partial reconstruction of a redoubt, an enclosed earthen structure built by the Continental Army for protection. From this high position, the redoubt defended several areas, including the valley on your left. You see this ridge? That valley, which is a turnpike now. Cars drive on it. Can you hear them in the background? Which led to an artillery storage that existed behind you. The redoubt also defended the Pennsylvania militia encamped on Militia Hill and could cut off enemy movement along the now present Skipback Pike and Bethlehem Pike, which is down there. And that's the turnpike that crosses that. So, while we're complaining or not about whatever, or you didn't get the right cheeseburger, and the person working behind there in this frustrating position. This is a whole different world here. I just can't help saying it. I don't hear this on the news, nothing. All I hear is ridiculous people emotionally responding to history with their opinions. And this is just a glimpse. Just a glimpse. You are here. Yeah, you wish you weren't there back then. Right now they're in their cars back there. And I'm standing up here and I'm looking at my car to help get me here. So, yeah. This might have been the weapons storage right in here. Maybe a speaking platform too. Now it's a park. A glorified park. So when you think, when you're reading history books like I did when I was a kid, you think they just bobbled on over. Hold on. You think they just bobbled on over. They had no medicine. They didn't have band-aids. They didn't have doctors, stitches. They died of who knows what. Who knows what. Let's do some push-ups here. Who knows what? And nobody knows history except the ones that really experienced it. So, anybody ever have frostbite before? My brother twice. Homeless. Tough being homeless. These guys were pretty much homeless in groups, in my opinion. With guns. Watching out for their enemies who were going to kill them. Here we are. Here we are in society. These guys didn't help each other and communicate, they'd be done real quick. Could you imagine nowadays, people went out of power, you got all kinds of groups now. Would people be able to help each other when most people can't even communicate with their neighbors? How about that? But they say they stand for Ukraine when they don't even stand for their neighbors. Think about it. So when the shit hits the fan, if it does, when it does, so far we got it good here. But what a bunch of complaining idiots. Got to put mustard on my hamburger. And so on. I asked for 2 slices of cheese. Make your own. Find your own. Milk a cow. You don't even know how. So, these are battlegrounds. There's the thunder in the back. It's supposed to get a steady heavy rain for anyway. When people think of people coming over on ships, whatever people, whatever group you want to think about, it wasn't easy. Many people today, including myself, would have a hard time doing it. So when you see their outfits and think that they were sissies or something, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, when people call emergency because they found a mice, or imagine that somebody's breaking into their place because their keys are missing or something like that, doesn't have a chance. You don't have a chance here anymore. Let's go take a look at this.